We're on a video now of the 2019 Kia Stinger, and this is my personal car. Got the Brembo brakes, and they really do work well. And Tom, if you look in the front bumper, maybe I can show you. These are functional intakes to cool the brakes.
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas these vents are just for looks on the top. And one of the things that I did, because I didn't want people to think I just drove a Kia, was I rebadged the front. That did say Kia. Yeah. And Amazon provided those. Not that I'm a snob, but it makes people wonder, what kind of car is it?
Right.
In fact, it was just the other day I had a guy who said, he stopped and looked and he said, what is this car? I said, well, it's a Kia Stinger. He says, I never heard of that, but it looks like one of the exotics. I don't think it does. It's far from looking like a Lamborghini or something. But anyway, it's got great brakes. I put some different wheels on it. I kind of like these are different wheels. They didn't come with the car. I didn't like how chromish the
other wheels,
the other ones were. And it differentiates it. I've never seen another Stinger like it. It has what they call black chrome. Have you ever heard of that?
No, but I see
if
it.
You look,
mirror, I thought this was chrome, and then I looked again, it looks black. Yeah.
So that was a feature that I didn't know they made such a thing. The inside I was attracted to. Of course, the red, and it's some kind of a Alcantara leather or something like that. But a lot of the features are kind of taken from Mercedes with the appointments for the various controls. And it's a four-door sports car, 0 to 60 in, they say, 4.3 seconds. So how about we open the hood?
Okay, let's see.
You see something in there? I don't think I've ever opened the hood. Tom, my partner there, is a long-time car guy, long-time mechanic. It may be all the way down close to under there, so you don't mess with it.
Yeah, here it is.
Okay, good. Yep, there it went. Tom gets up much better than me. He's got good knees.
Yeah, knees still work.
My knees are crappy. Anyway, I've never opened the hood. I do get the oil changed pretty religiously at 100 miles. And of course, it's the real good synthetic stuff. And my garage, I don't go to the dealer. I don't like to go to the dealer. I go to my local garage. And so I'm wondering, is the turbo part probably under that cover?
Yeah, they use these covers to make it look cool, you know. But,
yeah, well, that's okay. If it's easily getting off, I don't mind looking.
I don't see the, let's see, I should be able to find it.
Okay. it's a twin turbo.
Yeah.
I think it generates
GDI.
360 some horsepower, something like
Wow.
that. Everything looks pretty clean though, don't you think?
Yeah, sure is.
And this is a 2019, and I think I bought it in 2019. Anyway, Tom's a real engineer, and he's probably not going to give up till he gets this thing popped off, but it's not terribly necessary. Now, how about these sidebars that you see?
Yeah, these are neat. What is that?
And that's to stiffen the
Is that right?
suspension,
So
I
they're-
guess.
Yeah, they're functional. Huh?
Because you can put this thing in a sport mode and it almost reacts too quickly for me to drive it comfortably. Because it does not only something to, I guess, with the turbo and the power, it does something with the whole suspension.
Huh. It stiffens it, I guess.
It stiffens it or something. Maybe next time you come, Tom, I'll get the book, and we can.
Yeah,
pop
that's a
that
bummer. I
off.
would like to see it here.
Yeah.
There it goes.
Ah.
I
I've
didn't
got
want
it. No, I appreciate it. I don't want to. Of course, I'll want to put it back on. I guess you figured there are probably some clips built
Yeah.
into that cover.
That's right.
How
And
many?
I could feel
how
them
many
from underneath.
points would
4.
you say?
At 4 points.
About 4 points. There you go. Oh, look, there's been a mouse in here. Look at that. There's been a mouse in here over the
Yeah.
winter.
Yeah.
And what else are we looking at here? That looks like some kind of a intake thing, or look at this. I wonder what the deal with that is. I'll have to ask my mechanic. That could be over the winter where some mice have chewed that. What do you think?
That's actually this is the port where this cap goes on. These here. 1, 2.
Okay.
See them? Where's this other one?
Here's one over
Yeah,
here.
that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this
4.
one's on a slant, sort of. So this must go on first. And
Yes.
Then you can snap it
And then
down.
you can slide over a little onto
Yeah.
the others.
Right.
See, my dad was an engineer.
Is that
so
right?
I got a little bit of basic
Yeah.
knowledge, but I'm just wondering, and I'm going to have to show this to Andy Belmont when I go in.
Because you have the
That
2.
this got chewed
Yeah.
by over the winter, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Well, and what would you say the turbocharger is? The twin
Yeah.
turbo. You got any
I'm
ideas
thinking
on
it's
that?
this stuff up here. I see 2 of these. See this?
Yeah.
1, 2 here.
Yeah.
And then those on a turbo, they run off the belts, and so
And is this a 6-cylinder engine? V6? Straight 6? Can you tell?
it's a V.
A V?
Yeah, you can tell here this and this,
Okay.
and then plugs probably. Where are they? They're buried down in here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that it's a V6,
Okay.
and it's facing front. What do they call it? The other way. Sometimes they're set sideways, but transverse they call that.
So that the parallel lineup of the cylinders runs
One, two,
across,
yeah, like this. Now
front
it
to
goes
back, or side to
front,
side?
front to back.
Okay.
It looks like this is the V down in
Yeah.
here. See it?
Okay. Huh, that's
Nice.
interesting.
Nice. You know it's a 6?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'll be
With that
looking now that this is
with
the
that
first
kind of-
time I've ever opened
Yeah.
the hood.
With that kind of horsepower, I was thinking it might even be an 8. I don't know. But
No.
you think it's a 6?
Yeah. You know, the only 8s I think they do anymore are like Mustangs,
Yeah.
or some real high-end British or Italian cars. Anyway.
I guess, yeah. So many people now have gone to turbos, you know,
Yes.
fewer cylinders in a turbo.
Now, do you know the difference between, let's say, a turbo and a supercharger?
I knew you were going to ask that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I do.
Do you?
Yeah, well, the supercharger runs off its own power. It's electric. It has in other words, both of those force air into the engine.
Okay.
And through a pump. They pump it in somehow.
Okay.
Well, a turbocharger runs off the exhaust, and it increases as the RPMs increase.
I got you.
And it's tied to the engine. The supercharger, let's say, is an external one. It's not running off the exhaust. It runs off its own separate motor and forces the air in. Now, it always seemed to me that the supercharger was the better idea, because at the low end, you could still have that effect, where the turbocharger, the effect builds as the acceleration happens.
And I guess it kind of sometimes has a lag.
That's right. And they say that the lag is less today than it was on the old ones.
I think I've read that. I don't know it for a fact, but it makes sense, because I think I've driven an older
one?
turbocharged car, and it was a pain in the butt.
Yeah. There's no low end torque.
Yeah.
Trying to pull away from a light, you got nothing.
Yes.
And then it would come on.
Yeah.
And so it was good on the highway or for passing, but it wasn't good at the low end.
Yep. Okay.
I had one. I had one in '87, and I swore them off.
Okay.
There it goes. That's all back on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. One
So-
final look here. What else do we need to know about, other than I had a mouse in there in my garage?
No, it's all very compact in here. It's impossible to get to anything anymore in these cars. There's so much going on.
I'm guessing when they design these things, the engineers, they have to design them with so they can be serviced without having to take a whole lot of the engine apart.
Well, I don't know how much they do that. First of all, things last a long time. I mean, you don't even replace plugs anymore,
Yes, you're right.
And I noticed that this has a hook. This has a loop right in here, just under here. It's yellow, and it would be for lifting the engine out. So
okay.
I guess if there's probably things that there's just no room in here, they would pull the engine.
This car, I believe, was made in South Korea, Kia.
Yeah,
and of course, Kia is the sister of Hyundai,
right?
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's a sweet car. I'm going to keep
it. Is.
And
you always get the.
It's fun to drive.
Country of origin should be on the plate on the door here.
Yeah, I rebadged the back as well. I took off Kia and added GT, and it is a GT. but it still has the giveaway back here of a Stinger.
Yeah, manufactured in Korea.
Korea, okay.
It just says Korea, not
Oh,
North
really?
Korea.
I don't know how much they manufacture in North Korea, but I'm sure the North Korean Central Planning Commission makes all those decisions.
Yeah, I don't think they're making cars.
Yeah. Well, we'll have a discussion one of these days once we finally hear about these tariff packages. And thank you, Tom, for giving us the inside scoop. And we're testing out walking and talking and filming YouTube. So this will be Doug signing off, and Tom.
See you now.
See you next time.